Welcome back to Around the House Northwest. It is springtime, and that means we're going to continue to talk about wellness. It's a hot subject. We're going to sit down here with Jamie Gold, wellness author and expert, about her new book and what you can do inside your new home.
Now it's time for Open House, sponsored by Pyramid Heating and Cooling.
We have Jamie Gold in the studio. Jamie, thanks for coming in. I'm so excited to talk wellness design with you. Let's talk about your certifications a little bit. You've got a long history of this.
Thank you for having me, Eric. I'm so glad to be here. And yeah, I've got a few initials after my name, and they all represent different things. We both have certified kitchen designer designations, and I also have a certified aging in place specialization. And the longest one is the Mayo Clinic certified wellness coach. Because basically I come at wellness from a 360 approach.
That is great. That is great. I mean, and that's why I leaned to you many times about this wellness thing. But let's talk about the basics. What is wellness design?
That's the question I get asked most often. And I think a simple definition is it's the practice of creating spaces that support the health, safety, and well-being of their occupants. Now, for this audience, you're talking spaces of home spaces. You know, the house itself, the outdoors, even buildings on the property, and occupants, of course, are the people who live there, the people who visit, friends, family, potentially people who work there, like babysitters or pet sitters. Heck, even the pets themselves are occupants.
Good point. Good point. What can a homeowner do within the house to start on this path of having wellness and designing with wellness?
It's going to depend upon where they're at in the process. If they are looking to build a home, then they're going to start with their goals of what they want that home to achieve for them and a team to help create it, you know, architect, a builder. If they live there already and they want to do a major remodel, same requirements. So start with an idea and a plan and a team. But let's say you live in the home and you just want it to work better for you. You want it to include what I call the 5 facets of wellness design, which are health and fitness, safety and security, accessibility, which means anyone of any age or ability can use that home or visit the home, functionality, which we all love, and comfort and joy, which I think is everyone's specialty, everyone's favorite.
Yeah. Well, if you've got somebody, you know, we have all different abilities, right?
Sure.
And then we've got people that we're learning so much about that are maybe on the spectrum or have different, you know, when I was in school, it was, oh, you have a learning disability. But we've learned so much about these things now. How can you incorporate wellness in with that?
Oh, and I love that there's more focus on that. For any person, wherever they are on the spectrum or not, you want to involve them in the design process. But when you have someone who has sensory considerations, sensory sensitivities, then look at what colors you are including that they may or may not like. How many colors, contrast, noise levels, furniture placement, textures, all of that, light and darkness. And there are ways to make that work for everyone on the spectrum. But you definitely want to include them into the design process. Make it theirs. Make it a safe space that they feel comfortable in. And that goes for people with PTSD as well. I've written for about combat veterans, and furniture placement, light and dark, is a factor for, you know, people dealing with those issues too. So when you create a safe space, a space that somebody enjoys being in, it's going to work for the whole household.
Yeah. One of the questions I have as well, sound, how does that affect into this? Because you brought that up. How does sound, because we have so many noises that are now from in the city, even out in the country, we have machines, we have all these things that are kind of creating this noisy atmosphere we're in.
And we also have noisy atmospheres in the home, with more people working from home, more people exercising at home,
Yeah, that's true.
more people studying at home, whether it's advanced degree or homeschooling. So you have so much more activity, especially in the last few years, that noise does become a bigger consideration. And once again, it depends on where you are in the process. If you're building a new home, you can look at where rooms are relative to each other and put the quieter rooms closer and the rooms with more activity, more noise separately, and fill in, you know, acoustical improvements like insulation between the walls, between the
yeah.
floors and ceilings, vibration issues. And if you are just wanting to improve a home, you can change out noisy kitchen and bathroom vent fans,
That's
make it
huge.
quieter, and you don't
Yeah.
have to do a remodel for that.
Yeah.
You could, if you are creating a work from home space and the other side of the wall is busy,
Yeah.
put a bookcase again there full of books, put plants, put fabric wall hangings, put acoustical
Okay.
window treatments if you have a noisy space outside.
Yeah.
There's so many things that could be done now.
Well, Jamie, I got a question about the kitchen. You and I have a love for the kitchen as certified kitchen designers. What do you suggest for wellness within the kitchen? Because there's so many different things that are happening in the kitchen now.
Well, you definitely want to factor in those 5 facets in a kitchen. So for health and fitness, say a combi steam oven is great for creating healthier foods. For safety and security, an induction cooktop reduces the chance of kitchen fires and burns. For accessibility, cabinet organizers, so you don't have to get down on the floor with knee
Right.
pads and a flashlight to see what you put in that corner cabinet in the last millennium.
Yeah.
And they're great for everyone too. I
Yeah.
mean, regardless of age or ability. And then functionality, low maintenance materials like engineered stone and porcelain slab countertops.
No question.
Those are, just super for durability and functionality and not having to worry if your kid spills juice on the countertop. It's easy.
Yeah.
And then I think everyone's favorite, comfort and joy. You can personalize a kitchen with decorative details that make you feel great to be in there. Lots of natural light is super. And just make that kitchen your own, but in a way that's going to work for you long term.
Ah, that's great. You know, people have seen you many times in places like Forbes as your contributions there, but you've got a new book that's out as well.
I do, Wellness by Design, and this came out, it was written before COVID struck, but as we were going to press, everything shut down, including the bookstores.
Yep.
The thing is that there are sections in there on all the ways that your home helped you through COVID.
Wow, so it's just a how-to guide of how to create that within the home.
For DIYers or people who are working with the team. Exactly.
That is great. Jamie, thanks for coming on today. Really appreciate it. And where can we find your book out there?
Well, the simplest thing is go to jamiegold.net.
Okay.
And they can find the book right on the front page with links to independent bookstores like your own favorite here.
Absolutely.
And I checked, they have it on the website.
Perfect.
As well as just the major booksellers and the major online sellers. And there's 2 excerpts on there too that people can read. So they want to try it before they buy it.
That's awesome.
And so jamiegold.net has my blog. It has links to conversations that we've had and I've had with others on noise reduction and autism. And I have one coming up on designing for dementia. That's certainly a topic that many of us have to be concerned with.
No question.
And just looking at the whole person, the whole household person.
Jamie Gold, thanks for coming on today. I really appreciate it. I've learned a lot, and I hope that can help you with your path to wellness.